The way you see yourself determines how the world responds to you. You are not shaped by circumstances, you are shaped by your thoughts. Your mind is the architect of your destiny. If you believe you are insignificant, the world will treat you accordingly. But if you believe you are powerful, the world has no choice but to acknowledge your presence. Greatness is never built on external validation. It is built on an unshakable belief that you were created to stand out. What you think about yourself matters far more than what anyone else thinks of you. The moment you convince yourself that you are the best, your actions begin to align with that belief. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is a refusal to entertain inferiority. History proves this again and again. The people who change the world are not always the most talented, the most educated, or the most privileged. They are simply the ones who dared to believe they were meant for more. When you carry yourself with conviction, people listen. Doors open. Opportunities move toward you. The world does not reward doubt. It rewards certainty. You don't need permission to be great. No one is going to hand you confidence. It must be cultivated from within. When you act as if you are the best, you begin to develop the habits, the discipline, and the mindset that separate you from the rest. You don't wait to feel great, you act great first. Confidence is not something you stumble upon. It is a decision you make every single day. There is no such thing as waiting until you are ready, because readiness is created through action, not hesitation. The most successful people are not always the smartest or the strongest. They are the ones who refuse to doubt themselves. They walk into every room as if they belong. They speak as if their words carry weight. They move as if they have already won. This is not about pretending. This is about stepping into the truth of who you were meant to be. Doubt is a thief. It steals opportunities before you even reach for them. It convinces you to shrink when you were meant to stand tall. But the moment you decide to act as if you are the best, that voice loses its power. You train your mind to embrace challenges instead of running from them. You approach every task, every conversation, and every obstacle with the certainty that you are already capable. When you choose to believe in your own greatness, everything changes. The way you walk changes. The way you speak changes. The way people respond to you changes. Confidence is not given, it is taken. Those who wait to feel ready will wait forever. Those who decide they are ready create their own success. Your thoughts dictate your actions. Think like the best, and you will act like the best. The mind is the control center of your entire life. It shapes how you move, how you speak, and how you respond to challenges. Every action begins as a thought. A person who sees themselves as weak moves with hesitation, but a person who believes they are strong walks with purpose. The mind leads, the body follows. When you program your mind with empowering beliefs, your actions align naturally. Look at the difference between someone who expects to win and someone who expects to fail. The winner stands tall, makes eye contact, and speaks with certainty. Their posture reflects their inner confidence. The one who expects to fail shrinks, hesitates, avoids attention, not realizing their body is simply obeying their thoughts. The world responds to what you project, and you project what you believe. Athletes don't train their bodies first. They train their minds to see victory before it happens. Leaders don't wait for circumstances to change. They change circumstances by believing in what's possible. Every great achievement in history was born in the mind of someone who refused to accept limitations. Think like the best and you become the best. Act like the best and carry yourself like the best, and the world will have no choice but to treat you that way. Both faith and fear require belief in something you cannot see. The difference is the outcome you choose to believe in. Fear is not the absence of faith. It is faith placed in the wrong direction. It is the belief that something negative will happen, even when there is no evidence to support it. Fear is a misuse of imagination. It is projecting failure before the moment even arrives. The same mental energy you use to doubt yourself can be redirected toward believing in your success. Every human being experiences fear, but those who succeed have trained themselves to choose faith instead. When faced with uncertainty, they do not ask, "What if I fail?" They ask, "What if I succeed?" That single shift in perspective changes everything. Fear makes you hesitate. Faith makes you act. Fear keeps you small. Faith demands that you rise. The mind does not distinguish between fear and faith. It simply follows the strongest thought. Feed your mind doubt, and you will hesitate and miss opportunities. Fill your mind with belief, and you will move with authority and attract success. Greatness is not achieved by avoiding fear, but by confronting it with faith. The most powerful people in the world are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear make decisions for them. They choose to believe that what lies ahead is greater than what they fear. Success is not a single event. It is a series of repeated actions. Greatness is not created in one moment. It is built through consistent habits practiced over time. Many people believe successful individuals were simply in the right place at the right time. The truth is, preparation met opportunity. They became great long before anyone noticed because they were disciplined in their habits. If you study the lives of the most accomplished people, you will see a pattern. They committed to daily routines that sharpened their skills, expanded their knowledge, and strengthened their mindset. Habits shape identity. A person who wakes up early, plans their day, and works with focus will naturally outperform someone who drifts through life without structure. Every habit you build is either pushing you toward greatness or pulling you away from it. The way you speak, the way you carry yourself, the way you handle challenges, these are all reflections of habits formed over time. If you want to be the best, you must train yourself to think, act, and operate at a higher level every single day. Many people want success, but they are unwilling to commit to the habits that create it. They admire discipline in others, yet fail to develop it within themselves. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain average is not talent, it is consistency. A person who consistently improves, learns, and pushes themselves will always rise above those who only work hard occasionally. The best in any field are not the ones who practice when they feel like it. They practice whether they feel like it or not. When you value yourself, others follow. The way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. If you do not respect yourself, you cannot expect respect from others. Respect is not demanded, it is commanded through your actions, your mindset, and your presence. The world responds to confidence, and confidence comes from knowing your worth. A person who respects themselves does not tolerate mediocrity. They do not allow negativity, laziness, or self-doubt to dictate their actions. They walk with purpose. They speak with certainty. They present themselves with dignity. When you value yourself, you stop waiting for validation because you already know your worth. That inner certainty creates an energy people can feel. They listen differently. They respond differently. They treat you with the respect you have already given yourself. Those who lack self-respect are easily influenced by others' opinions. They seek approval, change themselves to fit in, and hesitate to stand out. But those who truly respect themselves are not focused on fitting in, they are focused on rising above. They understand their value is not determined by opinions, but by the standards they set for themselves. The moment you recognize your worth, the world responds. You do not become the best. You uncover the best version of yourself. Greatness is not something you acquire from the outside. It already exists within you, waiting to be revealed. Too many people spend their lives searching for something external to make them feel significant, not realizing everything they need is already inside them. The difference between those who rise and those who remain average is simple. The great ones recognize their potential and take action to bring it out. Every person is born with unique gifts, talents, and abilities, but potential remains dormant until it is developed. A seed already contains the potential to become a tree, but it must be planted, watered, and given the right environment to grow. In the same way, your greatness requires action, discipline, and belief to come alive. Your potential is waiting for you to activate it. The problem is not lack of ability, it is lack of cultivation. Most people never take the time to develop what is already inside them. They allow distractions, doubt, and fear to keep them from becoming who they were meant to be. Instead of digging deep and strengthening their abilities, they settle for what is easy, comfortable, and familiar. If you want to uncover your best self, you must be willing to push beyond your current limits. Growth does not happen in comfort. It happens when you challenge yourself, take risks, and step into situations that demand more from you. The best version of you is not found by avoiding difficulty. It is discovered by facing challenges head-on. Every obstacle is an opportunity to reveal how strong, capable, and resourceful you truly are. The moment you stop seeing obstacles as barriers and start seeing them as stepping stones, you begin unlocking your real potential. Every setback becomes a chance to prove that nothing can stop you. Challenges are not designed to break you, They are designed to build you. Life will test you in ways you never expected, but those tests are preparing you for something greater. Every successful person has faced failure, rejection, and hardship. What separates them from the rest is how they responded. They did not allow difficulties to define them. They used them to grow stronger. Those who let challenges defeat them never rise beyond where they are. They see obstacles as reasons to quit instead of reasons to push forward. But those who refuse to be stopped develop a mindset that turns difficulty into advantage. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? They ask, what is this teaching me? That shift in perspective changes everything. Resistance is not a sign to turn back. It is proof that you are moving in the right direction. No one who has ever achieved greatness did so without overcoming struggle. The weightlifter grows stronger by lifting heavier weight. The runner becomes faster by pushing through fatigue. Growth comes through resistance, and success comes through perseverance. The sooner you accept this truth, the sooner you rise above every limitation trying to hold you back. Your words shape your world. The way you speak reveals the way you think. If your language is filled with doubt, hesitation, and uncertainty, it reflects how you see yourself. But when you speak with confidence, clarity, and conviction, people listen. The most influential people do not have the loudest voices. They have the strongest belief in what they say. They don't waste words. Every sentence carries weight because it is backed by certainty. Speaking like you own the room is not arrogance, it is presence. When you enter a space, people should feel the energy of someone who knows where they are going. Your words must reflect the vision you carry. Small minds speak about problems. Great minds speak about possibilities. If you want to be the best, your language must reflect leadership, authority, and purpose. Every sentence you speak should align with where you are going, not where you have been. The greatest speakers in history were not just skilled with words, they spoke with mission. They did not use weak or uncertain language. They declared their vision with power. And because they believed it, others believed it too. When you speak, speak with certainty. Do not apologize for your greatness. Do not dilute your message to make others comfortable. Speak as if you expect success. Speak as if your words have the power to shape reality, because they do. The best do not ask for permission. They inspire others to follow. Influence is not about seeking approval. It is about setting a standard so high that it cannot be ignored. Those who change the world do not wait to be accepted. They create their own space, define their own value, and set their own expectations. The greatest leaders in history were not always welcomed at first, but they did not shrink to fit in. They stood firm in their purpose until the world adjusted to their presence. When you know who you are, you do not need validation. Many people spend their lives chasing approval, afraid to stand out. But greatness has never belonged to those who tried to blend in. It belongs to those who had the courage to rise. The best understand that their role is not to blend in, it is to lead. Leadership is not given, it is taken. People follow those who are certain of themselves, not those who are trying to be liked. When you walk with confidence, carry yourself with excellence, and demand the highest standards from yourself, influence follows naturally. The world does not recognize people who wait for permission. It recognizes those who act with conviction. The difference between those who lead and those who follow is simple: the willingness to step forward without waiting for validation. The best create their own opportunities. They shape their own paths. They set their own rules. They don't ask, will they accept me? They declare, this is who I am, and allow their actions to speak. Greatness is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone bold enough to claim it. The world does not decide who rises, you do. The moment you choose to act as if you are the best, you step into a reality where possibility expands and limits disappear. Every person who has ever achieved something extraordinary believed in themselves before anyone else did. They did not wait for approval. They moved forward with unshakable confidence, knowing their actions would speak louder than words. Your most powerful force is your mindset. Think small and you live small. Think like the best and you begin to behave like the best. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your words shape your presence. Your actions determine your future. The key is not to wait until you feel ready, but to move forward as if you already are. When you carry yourself like the best, your habits change, your attitude changes, and the way people respond to you changes. You were not created to live in hesitation, self-doubt, or fear. You are meant to stand tall, walk with authority, and make an impact. Every person has the potential for greatness, but only those who choose to embrace it will see it come to life. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not luck or talent. It is the mindset that says, I am here to win. The world follows those who walk with certainty. When you believe you are the best, you move differently. You no longer ask, can I do this? You declare, this is mine to take. The challenges you face are not meant to stop you. They are tests designed to reveal your strength. Difficulties are not signals to quit. They are opportunities to prove that nothing can shake you. The best do not retreat in the face of struggle. They rise. They see every setback as preparation for a greater victory. Do not allow fear, doubt, or temporary failure to define you. Move forward with the understanding that success belongs to those who refuse to settle. The world does not reward hesitation. It rewards action. It does not follow the uncertain. It follows the decisive. Choose to be the one who sets the standard. Speak with authority. Move with purpose. When you enter a room, enter knowing you belong. When you face a challenge, do so believing you are already capable. When you pursue your dreams, chase them with relentless determination. There is no one better than you, not because you compete with others, but because your only competition is who you were yesterday. The best do not compare themselves to others. They commit to becoming the strongest, most disciplined, most focused version of themselves. And when you do that, the world has no choice but to recognize your greatness.